All right, guys, thank you so much for your patience, and this is our formal good evening and welcome to Valley Forge High School's post-secondary enrollment option program informational evening. I'm saying hi to the Patriot Clan. I also know we have some families here from both Parma Senior High and Normandy, and I say hi to you also and welcome. My name is Ray Needham. I'm the Guidance Department Chair here at Forge, and I'm going to be presenting the overview of PSEO. I couldn't do this, however, without my counseling colleagues who are with me this evening. Ms. Vivian Walker is my grunt person, love her dearly. Oh, don't even bother to clap that. Okay, we have Mr. Ron Holland, who is at one of the tables, and he'll be coming in. And finally, we have Ms. Jill Marzek, who is a practicum student in school counseling. So she is getting a taste of some of the different programs that the state and Parma City Schools offers this evening. We're going to get right into this because I have a lot of information to disseminate this evening, and I do apologize up front for doing it lecture style, because I know this is one of the most boring ways to give out information. However, because there is so much to say, this is the best way of doing it in time constraints, because I know you guys do not want to be here until midnight. Some housekeeping points. The ladies' room and the men's room is open if you need to use it, and you go right out the door and hang a left and you will see them on your right-hand side. Once we have finished the presentation, we will open up the microphones on either side so you can ask any follow-up questions you may have. Everything that we are showing on the screen this evening, you also have in your informational packet. You should have received three things: what I call main blurb, the overview packet, and in a separate sheet of paper, which is very important, is your intent to participate form. That is your second piece of paper, and the third piece of paper is from Tri-C, letting everybody know when they are having their evening programs to discuss PSEO. So here we go, guys. The Post-Secondary Enrollment Options Program was designed to afford the extremely bright, focused, and disciplined student the opportunity to attend college-level classes while still in high school and receive both high school and college credit for all courses successfully completed. I'm just giving you a little background about the law, then we'll get into the nitty-gritty as far as how this impacts us. Program eligibility. This program is available to students grades 9 through 12. Participating institutions can include community colleges, four-year colleges and universities, trade and technical schools. Each institution has its own requirements for participation in PSEO. So Tri-C requirements may not be the same as Cleveland State, which may differ from University of Akron. So the onus is on the parent and the student to find out what those participation requirements are for each specific university. Now, I am going to be using Tri-C a lot this evening, not because it's the only place you can go, and I'll get into that, but because it's across the street and most of our students do go to Tri-C. However, you can go to CSU, you can go to University of Akron. I actually had a student get his associate's degree from university, or two-year degree, or had 2 years of course content at University of Akron before he graduated from high school. Baldwin Wallace, you can do PSEO there. I know they do have limitations, so you can only take one course there per semester. It's my understanding that if you go to the PSEO evening at Tri-C, representatives from CSU and I think BW are going to be there, in addition to Tri-C personnel, and they can go over some of their requirements. So when you hear me say Tri-C, guys, broaden that in your own mind. There are other places you can go by state law that will let you do PSEO. There are two options available relative to the granting of academic credit. The first option is called option A. Now this option is for college credit only. Now this is the state stuff, guys. This is the law. Tuition, textbooks, and materials are paid by the student. Equipment is paid by the student. No room and board or transportation is provided. And there is also something called Amended House Bill 282. And this is for both options, actually. Students must maintain a high school cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher in the same subject area as the college course. This bears repeating. This is state law. For instance, if you want to take an English class over at Tri-C, you have to be getting, let's say you're a senior, and you want to take an English class over there, your GPA here in high school for all English courses you have taken has got to be at least a 3.0 or higher, or they will not let you take English over at Tri-C. And that goes for each discipline. That would be the state law part. People might say, well, why the heck would you take option A? Because you're paying for everything. This does not sound good. Option A is for those kids who do not test well enough in placement tests by the institution's criteria to be accepted into option B. For example, if you only test in math 0980, that's not high enough, that's called remedial math. So you would have to take that math, option A, meaning out of your own pocket, and then when you test into math 1200, which is the baseline for Tri-C, which I'll go over again, then it's all option B. So there are limited times, there are times when you will be doing option A, but I know everybody is more interested in option B, so we're going to talk about that now. I do want to say one thing before we get into option B. There's something called House Bill 215. A lot of people think it's option A, it's not. This is for coursework that you take during the summer. You're allowed to take coursework during the summer by state law under House Bill 215 that we will count on our high school transcripts. However, you have to pay for that out of your pocket. Option B is only during the school year, which is fall and spring semesters. So anybody can take courses in the summer, but it's a different piece of paper. Let's move on to why everybody's sitting here this evening. And that would be option B. Option B, by state law, PSEO means you can get high school and college credit for the same course. Tuition, textbooks, materials, and fees are paid by state subsidy money. So what happens is, guys, you get free textbooks. You have to give them back, though. All right? But you can use the textbooks without having to pay for them, which is not a bad thing, because some textbooks are $150, $200. So that saves you a lot of money. Equipment, however, such as calculators, etc., you still have to pay for those. The one thing, option B, is if you fail a course under option B or are withdrawn from a course by a professor over at Tri-C, and they can do that, guys. If for some reason you were withdrawn from a course or you failed the course, you are responsible for reimbursing our district for the cost of that course, because the money is coming out of the student allotment for you guys to do PSEO. All right, so the money that would ordinarily come to Parma City Schools, if you do not go and do PSEO, we are paying for you to do PSEO, so if you fail a course, we get that money back. Classes can only be taken during the academic school year, and again, Amended House Bill 282, which we just discussed. You have to have a GPA of 3.0 or higher in specific disciplines. Okay. By March 1st, your school district has got to provide you with information about the program. We're doing that this evening. You and your parents should ask the guidance department at our high school for counseling assistance pertaining to the advisability of taking part in the PSEO program. Guys, this is a wonderful program. However, it's not for everyone. And I'm going to give you a couple buyer beware